Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Sever7, and today we are taking a look at the Azusa Bladeworks Blitzkrieg. Now, this knife did come to me from the Lefty Pass-Around group, and it's going to be sent back to them after this review. I do not get to keep it. And this knife will be linked in the description, although it's not an affiliate link. Now, let's jump into the specs. This knife has an overall length of 7.625 inches, a blade length of 3.25 inches, and a blade to handle ratio of 74%. 80% is that sweet spot where it looks like it's a 50-50, kind of that Shirogorov look. And as far as the blade steel goes, we are rocking M390. And M390 is going to have super low toughness. You're looking at a 3 out of 10. It's going to have an excellent corrosion resistance with a 9 out of 10. And then you've got middle of the road edge retention with a 6.5 and an ease of sharpening of a 4.5. So sharpening and edge retention have a correlative relationship with each other. Basically, the higher the retention, the harder it is to sharpen, and vice versa. Now, the heat treat on this is listed at industry standard 59 to 61. 59 is going to be suboptimal. 61 is going to be awesome. But that's kind of what everybody's doing. So we have a nice kind of belt satin going down here, but we have a hand satin going across the flats. Let's see if I can get in there. And it's semi-reflective. I mean, it's murky, but it's semi-reflective, which is kind of a nice touch. Blade style it's like a modified harpoon sheep's foot. Feel free to correct me in the comments. No, I'm tripping. Not a sheep's foot. That would be a harpoon drop point. Really handsome swedge up top and a nice flicking hole, for deployment. We've got a flat grind, and the handle material is nicely milled titanium with carbon fiber inlays on both sides, which is always appreciated. We have a medium carry titanium pocket clip. This is not lefty friendly, and our overall weight's coming in at 4.64 ounces. Now, this was made in China, and the OEM is Migron. So anyone that's owned a Migron before knows that, a little boring with their styling. Very high quality, very basic, but reliably good EDC. Size comparison, we'll start with the Civivi Brazen Special Edition with milled aluminum. Where did I get this? Palmetto State Armory for 45 bucks. 10 out of 10. And the Civivi, let me slide these down, Civivi Altus. So we can see we're kind of right in the middle. We have a good amount of length more than the Altus, but we're still sitting shy of the Brazen. So lengthwise, it's kind of a medium carry, although it does have a very kind of like thick, robust feeling to it. Aesthetically, this thing's kind of unique, right? Closed, maybe not so much, but whenever you open it up, it doesn't look insane. Like, it's not crazy, but I don't know, I think the combination of elements, like, really maybe just the blade. Because, like, we have a super dramatic drop-off, and then, we've got this big rounded thumb slot. And, like, none of it's like weird on its own, but I just think the combination of everything kind of gives it a unique look. Maybe it's just me. Let me know down in the comments if that's just me. Now, as far as the feel in hand, I will say this knife is incredibly comfortable. You're going to have a good amount of room. I wear a large glove, so whatever that means. But if you wear a large glove, this is going to feel nice and comfortable. We do have a choke up spot here. Just more control. Pinch grip it, right? You can get up here and do any of those controlled cuts that you need to. Not really any hot spots. If I white knuckle it, I can feel the clip. But that's kind of with every knife. I would say, oh, almost dropped it. I would say you could use this all day, reliably and comfortably. The only thing is it's heavy, right? I mean, it feels heavier than 4 ounces. I mean, I know it's 4.6 ounces, but it feels heavier than that. So I think you're gonna wear yourself out. If you have to use a knife all day long, this probably wouldn't be my first option. This knife is running on bearings and the lock bar access. Oh, sorry for the shake. We see that we have a scallop right here, which makes lock bar access really easy. And we have a decent travel distance for the lock bar. So overall, disengaging is fairly satisfying, if not easy. Now, as far as the action goes, the acoustics are really what sell this for me. I'm gonna go ahead and flip it silently. That way you know if the acoustics are good for you. Now, while the action is satisfying, because it's snappy, it kind of has that thwack when it comes out, and the detent isn't too heavy, the weight of the blade is heavy, right? Which means that, like, I'll sit here and fidget with this, and I'll probably get, I don't know, I'll probably fidget for like 5 or 6 minutes, and then it's like I have to stop, right? Because the blade's heavy, and I'm, kind of wearing my hand out a little bit, getting some of those, hand cramps. So it is satisfying, and I do enjoy flipping it, but it's not one of those knives that you can just flip all day. Now, what's the cost of this? The cost of this, I actually think, is incredibly reasonable. You're looking at $195, and this is available at Azusa Blade Works. They're actually the ones that hired Migron as an OEM to make this for them, and they're kind of a Migron partner. Like, I think Migron is like the #1 product they carry in their store. They don't have a ton of brands, so but you would go there, and I think what you're getting for the $195, the milled titanium M390, the carbon fiber inlays on both sides, but also comfortable ergonomics, utilitarian blade shape, where they've struck a good balance of being slicey, but still pokey, right? You're not giving anything up, and while it's slicey and pokey, you can choke all the way up, you can hold it back, both spots are comfortable. I think a lot of thought and intention went into this knife, and I think for $195, your value, like your knife per dollar, is insane. Now, is this knife going to be for everybody? No, this isn't going to be for everybody. And the only reason I say that is the knife is a bit chunky, so it's a little bit heavier. If you have smaller hands, this could be a little harder to kind of get a hold of. But also with the blade being as heavy as it is, I really like knives that I can fidget all day. And this one, just because of the weight of the blade, isn't that. So now if you don't mind the weight, if you don't mind the weight of the blade, and you know, your hands are, you know, medium to large, then I would say, yeah, this would be an excellent pickup. I mean, build quality is fantastic. You know, just a lot of little things they got right. So, big fan of this knife. But tell me in the comments, is this something that you would add to your rotation? Would you daily carry this? Or any of those things that I mentioned a deal breaker for you? That's about it though, guys. So please, follow me on Instagram at Sever7, SEVRSEVN. Please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Have a great day.